That's what the Pirates believed. This was the team that would put to rest the frustrations of falling short. That's what the Pirates believed. But the pressures of playing for a championship can be overpowering, and the Pirates' third consecutive run for the ring is once again slipping away. Atlanta's young guns have offered no quarter. With an assassin's precision, they've broken the heart of the Bucks, while displaying their own awesome artillery. Deep to left. There's Ron Gant's first ever grand slam. Lauser deep down the left field line. It is a home run. In the field, the Braves have been flawless. In every way, at every turn, this team feels touched by destiny. Tonight, the Atlanta Braves stand 2 games away from the next step. To get back in the series, the Pirates will have to beat Atlanta's top gun, Tom Glavine. No team has ever come back from 3 losses down to win a postseason series, and every Pirate knows it. 24 Pirates have tried, and 24 have failed. And tonight, Jim Leyland turns to the only Buck yet to appear in this series. 26-year-old Tim Wakefield, who takes the mound with the hopes of an entire city riding on a 47-mile-per-hour knuckleball. The National League Championship Series has moved to Pittsburgh, a city that still believes in its Pirates despite Atlanta's 2-games-to-none advantage. Today, signs professing that faith were on display throughout downtown Pittsburgh. Tonight, a sellout crowd is on hand at Three Rivers Stadium. And moments ago, 56,000 strong lifted their voices to let the Bucks know they still believe.
Batting third and playing in center field, number 18, Andy Van Slyke. Batting fourth and playing in left field, number 24, Barry Bonds. Batting fifth and playing at third base, number 7, Jeff King. Batting sixth and playing in right field.
They do indeed still believe. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. I'm Sean McDonough along with Tim McCarver, and it's great to have you with us. Atlanta dominated in winning the first 2 games, and Pittsburgh manager Jim Leyland calls tonight's ball game a must-win situation for his team. But what must they do to win this game tonight?
Well, so far, I think everybody knows that they have not performed like the team that led the National League in scoring. I believe they have to hit Tom Glavine and score runs early, because Tom Glavine has had a history over the last couple of years of problems in the early innings.
No problems in his brief history as a major leaguer for tonight's starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 26-year-old rookie knuckleballer Tim Wakefield gets the call despite only 13 games of major league experience.
And how inexperienced is he? Well, let's take a look at it from this point. In the history of postseason play dating back to 1903, 139 pitchers have started games where their teams have trailed by 2 games or more. And Tim Wakefield has the least experience of that group. So I guess it's safe to say that the Pittsburgh Pirates are indeed tonight hanging by their fingertips.
We'll have the first pitch of Game 3 of the National League Championship Series in just a moment.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1992 National League Championship Series is brought to you by Lexus Luxury Automobiles, including the newly redesigned 1993 LS400. Budweiser, the king of beers with that fresh, pure, natural taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Sprint, not just another phone company.
The Three Rivers Stadium. Tim Wakefield struggled for 3 years in the minors trying to learn how to throw the knuckleball. Well, it all came together for him this season after a spring with Chicago White Sox knuckleballer Charlie Huff. It was Huff who told Wakefield that he had to have the confidence to throw the knuckleball every pitch. And since that time, Wakefield has. Now, a short time ago, I had the opportunity to speak with Wakefield, and he told me that definitely Huff is one of the people who deserves the credit for him being here this evening. In addition, for a rookie, I found him to be extremely calm and unusually composed. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Jim Gray. Tim Wakefield ready to go as he looks in at Otis Nixon, the first batter of Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Otis 2 for 9 through the first 2 ball games. He scored 3 times and stolen 2 bases. We are underway, and Wakefield's first pitch a strike. The knuckleball, chopped foul, and Wakefield is ahead 0-2. We were here earlier in the year for Tim Wakefield's Major League debut. He was poised then. He's been poised throughout the season and compiling his 8-1 record, and he looks as poised can be tonight.
His first start, a complete game victory, July 31st.
And he starts this ball game by striking out Otis Nixon on 3 pitches.
It might be. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 knuckleballs.
Jeff Blauser, the batter. That's a strike. Home plate umpire Steve Ripley with a tough task tonight, staying with the knuckleball. Oftentimes, by the time the catcher gloves it, it looks like a ball. Bear in mind, it's where the ball passes the batter in the strike zone. Jose Lean the catch, 2 down in the top of the first. Wakefield has thrown 5 straight strikes to start the ball game. Ripley, the man in the spotlight behind the plate among the umpiring crew tonight. Gary Darling at first base, Jerry Davis at second, Ed Montague at third. John McSherry is along the left field line, and Randy Marsh in right. There's Steve Ripley, the umpire in the spotlight, believe it or not. Pendleton showed bunt and took a ball. The first thrown by Wakefield. Terry 3 for 9 in the series.
I think you bring up an interesting point. There are 3 guys that have to wait: the hitter, the catcher, and the umpire.
Line and caught. First baseman Gary Reedus snared it, and Tim Wakefield works a quick 1-2-3 first. After half an inning, the Braves nothing, and the Pirates coming up. The Braves went in order in the top of the first. The Pirates getting ready to come to bat against Tom Glavine. He was the Cy Young Award winner last season in the National League. He very well might be again in 1992. The lineup he will face tonight for Pittsburgh has Gary Reedus leading off at first base. Jay Bell, the shortstop. Andy Van Slyke in center field. The cleanup hitter, the left fielder, Barry Bonds. Batting 5th, the third baseman, Jeff King. The right fielder, Lloyd McClendon, bats 6th. Hitting 7th, the catcher, Don Slott. Jose Lean, the second baseman, batting 8th. And batting 9th, the pitcher, Tim Wakefield.
And the defense for the Atlanta Braves: Ron Gann in left field, Otis Nixon, the center fielder, and David Justice in right. Harry Pendleton at third base, Jeff Blauser, the shortstop, Mark Lemke at second base, Sid Bream at first base. Damon Berryhill behind the plate, and he'll be handling Tommy Glavine.
Gary Reedus, the first Pirate batter of the night. He's 0 for 3, all of that action in Game 2. This is the second start in the series by a Braves left-hander. So Jim Leyland has his right-handed hitting platoon lineup in there.
One thing about the crowd here at Three Rivers Stadium, they are really into the game. But Andy Van Slyke telling me before the game that they came back here last year, Game 6 and 7, the crowds were into the games, but they didn't score a run. They were shut out 2 in a row.
And Jim Leyland says if we lose this, the series isn't over, but in actuality, we realize that this is a must-win situation tonight. And Bobby Cox said, my team has to play like we're down 2 games tonight. The ball and 2 strikes on Reedus. Jay Bell and Andy Van Slyke to follow. In the bottom of the first, there is no score.
I don't think there is any such thing as a complacent feeling in league championship series play. Even when you're 2 games up, you still have the edge. That edge to perform. Obviously, you have it in games, but it's that edge to perform, and I think the Braves have that.
Fastball just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Gary Reedus from nearby Atlanta. He's from Decatur, Alabama.
And he's into a full count with Tom Glavine. As Tim mentioned, Glavine is occasionally a slow starter. As a matter of fact, last year when he won the Cy Young Award, his first inning ERA was 4.76. And Reedus takes him deep to center. Back to the warning track. Nixon at the wall. He leaps and can't get it. It's backed up by Justice. Reedus on his way to third with a stand-up leadoff triple.
That ball fooled Otis Nixon. He went back and was set to camp under it, and for some reason he kept backpedaling. He usually sucks up a ball like that.
As Pirate fans well know, they still remember the catch Otis made on July 25th at Atlanta against Andy Van Slyke to save a 1-0 Brave win.
There, that slowdown right there, and now he keeps going back, arriving at the wall the same time the ball does. That ball could have been caught. Not should have, but could have.
There's very little breeze to speak of here tonight. Jay Bell at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. As we were saying, the wind is no factor at game time. The temperature around 60 degrees. It's expected to get down in the low 50s before the ball game is through. A very pleasant night for baseball under a near full moon in Pittsburgh. So much of the attention in the series has been focused on batters 3 and 4 in the Pittsburgh lineup, Andy Van Slyke and Barry Bonds. But Jim Leyland says everybody has to do it, including the top of the order. Reedus and Bell and Cole haven't been getting on. Well, now Reedus is on, and Jim Leyland is looking for Bell to drive him in. The infield is in now for Atlanta with the count 1-2. Bell checked his swing, appeal down to first, no swing, and it was close, but Gary Darling ruled it a ball.
I think this is excellent strategy on Bobby Cox's part. He didn't move the infield in until Jay Bell got into a defensive situation. The good hitters cut down on their swing. They don't hit the ball as hard. You're not taking that offensive approach with 2 strikes. So consequently, you're taking a little away from your power. So that's when he brought the infield in.
You could see by his gesture that's what he was saying. He indicated kind of a defensive swing. The 2-2 offering way outside, and for the second batter, Tom Glavine has gone to a full count. Payoff pitch. Bounced foul off the foot of Jay Bell.
We talked about Tommy Glavine and the problems he had. Sean alluded to his first inning problems last year, and look at the first half of this year. A 9.53 in the first inning. Much better after that. He did solve part of that problem in the second half of the season.
And ironically, it was over the second half of the season that he had his struggles. He started out winning 17 of his first 20 decisions this year. Glavin, an excellent athlete, knocked it down, looked the runner back, and threw out Bell. What a great play by Tom Glavin to, at least for the moment, keep Reedus at third.
I think some of Tom Glavin's hockey training possibly came in handy here. Watch him stop the puck, keep it in front of him, and throw out Jay Bell.
With the infield in, that ball was definitely ticketed for center field if it got past Tom Glavin.
Tommy Glavin could have played for the Los Angeles Kings, drafted back in 1984, and instead of playing alongside Wayne Gretzky, here he is starting Game 3 of the NLCS.
And looking at Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke just 1 for 9 in the series. The infield remains in. Well hit down to first. Bream looks at Reedus, who's caught between home and third, steps on the bag, and Reedus retreats to third.
And again, Bobby Cox taking a chance and having the infield in, realizing that he's not going to score a lot of runs off Tim Wakefield and that knuckleball. You don't see too many managers doing that. Not only the infield in with nobody out, but with one out too. Sid Bream, even with the first and second base bag.
And Cox also realizes that with this great chance to score, if the Pirates don't, they might think, here we go again. Had a chance to establish something and didn't. Now 2 down, the infield back. No score in the bottom of the first for Barry Bonds. He's 1 for 6 in the series. Hitless lifetime in the postseason with runners on base. 24 consecutive hitless at-bats with runners on base in postseason play. That's a major league record. He's ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. That's low. Bonds complained that he didn't see very many good pitches to hit from Atlanta during the regular season. He hit .211 against the Braves in 12 regular season games.
And he walked 13 times, meaning the Atlanta Braves pitched around him in situations with runners on base. We'll see if they do it here.
The .214 career hitter against Glavin. Glavin came in with a strike. Bonds taking all the way on 3-0, and it's 3-1. It is the left-hander Glavin against the lefty Bonds, with the right-handed swinging Jeff King on deck. Down to first. Will this be a deflating experience for the Pirates? They got a leadoff triple and still they could not score. After 1, the Braves nothing and the Pirates nothing. During the regular season, Barry Bonds and Andy Van Slyke combined for 48 home runs and 192 runs batted in. In this series, they are now a combined 2 for 17 with no homers and no runs batted in. Neither of them drove in a run for Jim Leyland, despite the fact that the Pirates had a runner at third, with 1 out when Van Slyke came up and with 2 outs when Bonds came up. David Justice begins the second in a scoreless ball game against Tim Wakefield, who worked an easy 1-2-3 first. Justice 2 for 6 in the series. But Tim, let's go back to our opening. We said they needed to score early against Tom Glavin to help the hitters relax and to also help relax Tim Wakefield. They had a great chance to do that and failed.
Leadoff triple, Reedus at third, and he died there. The Pirates have not been ahead in this series, and that would have given them a chance to take a 1-0 lead and allowed their hitters to relax.
They have the shift on for David Justice that we saw particularly in Game 1 with 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. The shortstop Jay Bell pulled over.
Bruce Del Canton, a pitching coach for Richmond, threw knuckleballs to Atlanta yesterday. And
Justice goes against the shift and gets a base hit.
And Dave Justice hit Bruce Del Canton better than any other Atlanta Braves batter. And here he comes out with a pop to lead off the second inning. And this is Bruce Del Canton. He's the pitching coach of the Richmond Braves, the AAA affiliate of Atlanta. And it was David Justice who hit him the best. Bobby Cox said the strategy of the Atlanta hitters move up in the box and up toward the plate, a little closer to the plate.
Didn't cost the Braves anything to bring Dalcan here. He lives about 10 miles away from Three Rivers Stadium in Carnegie, Pennsylvania. Wakefield missed with ball 1 to Sid Bream, who was 2 for 5 in this series against his former mates.
Yeah, Del Canton drove here at 26 cents a mile.
Justice at first with the first Atlanta hit, and Bream ahead 2-0. Tim, we mentioned the failure to score in the first inning. You can sense, at least in the crowd, a reduction in the enthusiasm level from the first inning.
That's true.
There's a strike.
There's a 2-0 knuckleball that Wakefield very confident in throwing. And we talked about the umpire, Steve Ripley. What about Don Slaught, the catcher, using that oversized catching mitt to catch the knuckleballs of Tim Wakefield? That's all he's thrown so far, knucklers.
Chop to lean. Tricky hop. He can't play it. Now picks it up and throws it past Reedus. Justice to second. First and second and nobody out. And it's an error on Chico Lean.
How rare an error is it? Well, Chico Lean led all second basemen in the National League in defensive percentage this year. He made only 6 errors. And this ball on the rug is a relatively easy play. That's a short hop. And Chico Lean recovers in time, but then he overthrows first baseman Gary Reedus. So a rare error on Chico Lean.
And the batter is Ron Gant. His grand slam in game 2 was the big blow in the 13-5 Atlanta win. It made the score 8-0. Braves threaten with first and second and nobody out in the second. No score. That's down to third. King steps on the bag for 1. Lean is 2 as Bream is erased. Had that been hit a bit more sharply, that was a textbook triple play ball.
Or if it's hit a bit more sharply in that area, it could have been a double too. Take your pick. But Ron Gant on the high chopper toward third, right on third, allows Jeff King to step on the bag and make a rare 5-4 double play.
And that will bring up Damon Berryhill with Gant at first and 2 outs. Berryhill 2 for 8 in the series.
Look for Gant to be running in this situation. Even though Tim Wakefield is very fast to the plate. Remarkably, Don Slaught, Mike LaValliere threw out 9 of 13 runners that tried to steal against the knuckleballer this year. So they had incredible success throwing out runners.
Routine fly ball to left center, and Barry Bonds makes the catch. So the Braves threaten in the second, but they fail to score. After an inning and a half, the Braves nothing and the Pirates nothing. When we were speaking with Pittsburgh manager Jim Leyland before the game tonight, he said he wasn't upset about his team being behind 2 games to none. He said Atlanta's a very good team, and they got 2 good starting pitching performances in Atlanta. He said what bothered him was the way his team played. They did not play well in the 2 games, and tonight the failure to get the runner in from third with nobody out, and the error already in an inning and a half.
Jim telling us that his team played well in 1990. They lost in 6 to Cincinnati. They played well last year, losing in 7 to Atlanta, but not the 2 games so far this year.
And in the last 4 games plus against Atlanta, dating back to games 6 and 7 of the '91 NLCS here in Pittsburgh, the Pirates have never led at any time in any of the 4 games plus. They've gone 37 and a half innings now consecutively against the Braves in postseason play without ever enjoying the lead. Jeff King leading off against Tom Glavine. 2-0 the count. Lloyd McClendon on deck, then Don Slaught. Glavine really helped himself out of the jam in the first inning with the great fielding play he made on Bell.
Look at the heart of the order for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 3 for 25. Now you could say, well, that's early, but think about what that threesome did during the season. The Pittsburgh Pirates 3, 4, and 5 batters batted .280 on the year with 300 and 1 run scored. And that was the most in the National League. And of course, Barry Bonds scored the most.
And Andy Van Slyke's woes continue. He said after game 2, when we win collectively, and when we stink collectively, and right now we stink collectively. Still 3-2 on Jeff King.
You didn't paraphrase that either. That was a direct quote.
It was indeed. Quotes like that, you want to make sure you get them right. Tomahawk not, but here they have the Pirate hooks that you might see during the evening. Bream in foul ground with room. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second. There is no score, and the batter is Lloyd McClendon. He's 2 for 3 in the series. Those numbers posted in game 2, game in which he started in right field.
Only 1 triple. That was a leadoff triple by Gary Reedus. No singles in this game. And Tom Glavine will not be single after November 7th, will he?
Well, indeed. He's marrying Carrie Dobbins in November. That'll be the social event of the month, undoubtedly, in Atlanta. Tom lives year-round now in Atlanta. He's a native of Billerica, Massachusetts. One of 4 native Bay Staters among the 10 pitchers on the Atlanta staff. Pete Smith, Mark Wolders, and Jeff Reardon also hail from Massachusetts, and that's unusual. It's not a state that has sent a great number of players to the major leagues. And McClendon walks. The first thrown by Glavine. A 1-out base runner for the Pirates in the second. Slot 1 for 3 in the series. That action in game 2. Tom Glavine has faced 6 batters to this point, and he has yet to throw a first pitch strike. That streak remains intact to the 7th batter of the night, and out to the mound, Damon Berryhill.
I think he's trying to be too fine with the outside part of the plate, and that's possibly what Berryhill is telling Tom right now. Glavine going 3-2 to the first 2 hitters. Reedus had the triple, but Jay Bell grounding the high chopper back. A fine play by Glavine, and Glavine got out of trouble. You can only be too fine. You expand the strike zone only when you get ahead of the batter. So far, Glavine hasn't done that.
That's another ball. To 5 of the first 6 batters, Glavine has thrown 3 balls. He has thrown 33 pitches already through an inning and a third. Glavine to first.
Sometimes if you're a catcher and your pitcher is wild outside, what you can do is give him a target more inside, and that brings him into you if he's picking up the glove.
McClendon is not much of a stolen base threat. He only swiped 1 during the regular season.
Yeah, he'll only run if Don Slott gets the hit sign, only on a hit and run play. Another fastball, and we'll see if Glavine stays away.
He does, and Slott fouls it out of play, first base side.
Talking to us before games 1 and 2, Jim Leyland said he will continue to be aggressive, and this is a good time and a good count on which to be aggressive. We'll see if Jim puts Lloyd McClendon in motion. A good time to do it with 1 out and a contact hitter up there. The speed of the runner at first base does not determine whether you put the hit and run on or not. Whether a batter is a contact hitter, that's the biggest determinant. The other is whether a pitcher throws strikes, and Glavine throws enough of those to put the hit and run on here.
Slot is a good contact hitter. He only struck out 23 times in 255 at-bats during the regular season. That's less than 1 strikeout for every 10 at-bats. But with Glavine struggling to throw strikes, even though ordinarily he is a control pitcher, it makes it a risky proposition to send the runner. The 3-1 pitch with McClendon on the move. Bounce down to third. They did get the out at second, and that's the double play that ends the inning. Lemke got rid of it, even with McClendon bearing down on him. 5-4-3. After 2, no score.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1992 National League Championship Series is brought to you by Rolaids. Rolaids spells 100% relief. 2-day priority mail service from your post office. And by Toyota. Toyota, I love what you do for me.
No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Middle infielders do not care if base runners slide in front of the bag, regardless of how hard they slide. The one thing they don't like is when a guy goes over the bag to take them out. That is considered dirty pool, and look at McClendon right there. You know you play hard, but I'm sure Mark Lemke is not happy about this slide right here.
Nor should he be.
I think McClendon should have been called out automatically because I think he went in over the bag to Mark Lemke, and he could very easily have been called out for that type of slide.
And again, Lemke reinforced the point made by Bobby Cox earlier in the series. Cox believes there isn't a second baseman in the game who gets rid of the ball better than Mark Lemke, and he had to turn that double play.
He had to protect himself, too.
Lemke with another hit, and that one's heading for the gap. It will bounce all the way to the 375 mark. Lemke 6 for 9 in the series, and he'll stop with a double.
We talked about the 3, 4, and 5 hitters of Pittsburgh. Mark Lemke, by himself, has 6 hits. That's twice as many as the 3, 4, and 5 hitters of the Pirates.
In 16 postseason games, Lemke now hitting .377 for his career. And Tom Glavine is a good hitter. Only Dwight Gooden had a higher batting average against National League starting pitchers this year. They're expecting the bunt. Glavine turned, but took the bat back. 1 ball on Glavine.
Not only that, but Tom Glavine, a contact batter. In 90 at-bats, he struck out only 10 times, so Bobby Cox could turn this around since Glavine makes so much contact. A knuckleball, very difficult to bunt.
Glavine popped it up, demonstrating your point. Jimmy Williams, the third base coach for Atlanta.
One thing you try to do when you are bunting is you try to catch the ball with the bat. You give, you're soft with it, and that way you don't bunt it too hard, especially on the artificial surface. Catch it with your bat.
But can you do that with a pitch that's only coming at you at 47 miles per hour?
Don Slott just saw that it's tough enough to catch it with your glove.
Never mind with the lumber. 2-1 on Glavine. He has a huge hole on the left side of the infield to aim for if they do turn him loose. With Bell playing up the middle right behind Lemke. He does bunt. Wakefield on it. He'll try third. Out at third.
It It was not a bad bunt by Glavin. We talked about catching the ball with your bat. Watch how he gives with the ball. Now Wakefield, remember, he was formerly a first baseman. He signed as an infielder and really makes a rather routine play out of what would normally be a very difficult play for a right-handed throwing pitcher, because going toward the line he had to pivot to throw to third. He threw perfectly and easily had Lemke.
He threw his first fastball of the night.
Yeah.
Otis Nixon, the top of the order. Here in the third inning, there is no score. Each team is threatened in earnest, but still no runs across. Nixon started the ball game by striking out on 3 pitches. Glavin at first with 1 out. Slot had to get away from him, but not far enough for Glavin to take off.
Well, that's the one thing that you can't do if you're a catcher catching the knuckleball. You can't reach out for the ball, because when you do, you harden your hands. What you've got to do, and Don Slot told us that before the game. See how you're punching for the ball. See how it hits off the heel of the glove. You try to catch a knuckleball back as close to your body as you can, and by doing that, it softens the hands.
Don't stab at it. Wakefield snuck in a fastball. He says when he's on, he throws knuckleballs 90% of the time.
Here's that oversized mitt introduced by Paul Richards of the Baltimore Orioles back in the late 50s.
Another sneaky fastball. That goes back to the point Jim Gray was making at the start of the telecast. It was Charlie Huff in spring training who told Wakefield, if you're going to be a knuckleball pitcher, you have to have faith in it. Otis wasn't sure about the count. It is ball 4. So now first and second with 1 out. That's the first walk issued by Wakefield.
Another guy who was a big influence on Tim Wakefield, who, as we said, signed as an infielder and went to his knuckleball back in 1989. And the guy who made a big impact on Tim was Spin Williams, who was the pitching coach down in Buffalo. He also had him in Welland, New York. That's east of Buffalo, about 100 miles.
Blauser, a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Gives you an idea of what a knuckleball does. If it spins, the pitcher's in trouble. When it doesn't spin, the hitters are in trouble.
What a great look at the knuckleball that was. Absolutely no spin, and Jeff Blauser couldn't hit it. He popped out his first time up. 2 men on with 1 out. That's a chopper foul. Blauser in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Down to third to King. A double play ball. They get 1 at second. Low throw. Dug out by Reedus. Double play is the story early in this one. We'll return to Three River Stadium after this word from your local station. Sean McDonough with Tim McCarver and Jim Gray back at Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. It is sold out. 56,000 plus in attendance. Tomorrow night's game is also a sellout. And there are only about 3,000 tickets left for Sunday's Game 5 if necessary. And Pirate management expects before that game comes around, they'll have a sellout for Game 5 as well. So there's been a lot of talk here in the past about the Pirates' inability to fill the ballpark in postseason play, but no problem this weekend. Despite an ongoing newspaper strike, the Pittsburgh papers have not been published since the middle of May. Jose Lean, the leadoff batter in the bottom of the third in a scoreless ball game. Lean, then the pitcher Wakefield, and Gary Reedus scheduled. Lean has been the Pirates' best hitter through the first 2 ball games. In Game 1, he spoiled John Smoltz's shutout bid with an 8th inning home run. It was the the only run in the 5-1 defeat for Pittsburgh, but leaned back on the bench this time after the strikeout, the first of the night for Tom Glavine.
Of the 5 runs that Pittsburgh has scored during this series, 3 have been driven in by Jose Lean, a guy who had only 15 extra base hits and almost 500 at-bats during the season, has 2 in 8 at-bats during this series.
Tim Wakefield. Those numbers you saw on the screen, now you know why they converted him from a first baseman to a pitcher. Literally 071 during the regular season. Hit that one pretty well, but right at Otis Nixon for the second out of the third. There is no score. Maybe we should just let the 2 number 8 hitters, Lean and Lemke, go head-to-head. They are providing most of the offense for their respective teams.
Lemke with 6 hits and Jose Lean with a home run and triple and 3 RBIs.
Well, the Pirates haven't had a hit since the leadoff triple in the first inning by Gary Reedus, and he's up there again. If you're just joining us, the Pirates got Reedus to third following the triple with nobody out in the first inning, but failed to score. As Jay Bell bounced back to the mound on a fine fielding play by Glavine, and Andy Van Slyke and Barry Bonds each bounced to first base. The breaking ball missed, and it's 1-0 on Reedus. And the fastball fouled away. Tom Glavine not a particularly hard thrower. He'll get it up there in the mid-80s, but that's about it.
Glavine was 6-3 on May 22nd, and then he reeled off 13 wins in a row. In his last 8 appearances, however, 8 starts, he was 1-5. Matter of fact, he cracked a rib in the back of his back warming up in one game and had to pitch in serious pain for some time, but he is healthy now. Bobby Cox says that his last 2 outings very impressive, even though he had a no decision and a loss.
But over those 2 outings, he pitched 12 innings and allowed only 1 run. He appeared to be back to the Tom Glavine of 1991 Cy Young form and most of 92. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Reedus. 2 outs and the bases empty. In the home half of the third, there is no score in Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Atlanta leads this best-of-7 series 2-0. Well hit down the left field line, hooking toward the corner. It's a fair ball. Gant knows it's a double. And at second base with 2 outs is Gary Reedus. So he has tripled and doubled, and he has each of the 2 Pirate hits. Saw for the first time tonight the answer to the tomahawk chop here in Pittsburgh, the hook.
Not only did you see it at home, that's what Gary Reedus saw from Tommy Glavine, the hook, and he landed down the left field line.
Jay Bell, the batter. Ball 1, low and away.
Infielders in this situation with a runner on second base and 2 outs are reminded that if you can't make a play on the ball, at least try to keep the ball in the infield to prevent the runner from second from scoring.
Big hack by Bell and a miss.
A lot of times you see infielders diving for a ball knowing full well that if they came up with it, they couldn't make a play anyway. Well, this is the time to dive for it, even if you can't make a play, so you can hold the runner at third base.
Despite having allowed just the 2 hits through 2 2/3 innings, Glavine has not been his usual self with pinpoint control.
Too fine away. He has been trying to be too fine away to right-handed batters, but still unscathed.
Glavin again. That ends the inning. We've played 3, still no score.
This game summary is sponsored by Budweiser.
The best chance to score in this game was in the Pirate first inning. Gary Reedus led off with a triple but was stranded at third base. Reedus has both of the Pirate hits, and Tim Wakefield has allowed 2 hits to Atlanta. He's pitched himself out of 2 jams with help from 2 double plays turned behind him. In the second and third innings, he worked a 1-2-3 first inning. He's facing Terry Pendleton to begin the fourth in a scoreless game. Pendleton showed bunt and took a strike. Meat of the order: Pendleton, Justice, and Bream coming up. Batters 3, 4, and 5.
We talked about the heart of the order for the Pittsburgh Pirates with only 3 hits among them. Well, the Atlanta Big Three have 8 hits among them, including a grand slam and 5 other RBIs. So Atlanta's Big Three producing, not so Pittsburgh.
Pendleton sends it back in our direction. We asked Bobby Cox before the game tonight if the Braves would take a particular approach collectively to facing the knuckleballs of Tim Wakefield. He said the one thing that we've talked about as a team is moving up in the front of the batter's box and trying to get a little bit closer to the plate. And during his 2 at-bats, Terry Pendleton has been way up in the front of the batter's box and pretty close to the plate too.
Pendleton with that open stance, his left foot closer to the plate than his right one.
That's strike 3, even though Slot dropped it. Pendleton says it was high. Steve Ripley does not agree.
Remember, we were talking about how all 3 have to wait. Pendleton waits, it breaks late, it hits off the heel of the glove, and that was a good call by Steve Ripley, the home plate umpire, who waited till the last minute and got that last little dip that dipped in for a strike.
Justice took a ball inside. That was the 2nd strikeout for Wakefield, the first since he fanned Nixon to start the ball game. Pendleton still upset about the strike 3 call. Justice singled to left his first time up. The count even now at a ball and a strike. Well hit, but hooking down the right field line. And it's foul into the Pirate bullpen area.
Well, Justice has singled to left, and now he hits a long, hard, hot, foul ball. And we said earlier that Bobby Cox telling us that among all of the Braves that were hitting Bruce Del Canton's knuckleball yesterday, David Justice was the one guy who was hitting balls out of sight.
We asked Cox if he thought hitting against Bruce Del Canton's knuckleball would help. That's a pop-up along the left field line. Long run for King and Bonds, and it's King dropping the ball.
We said that Gary Reedus's ball that Otis Nixon went up for in the first inning could have been caught, not should have. This ball could have been caught. Tough play, but it's off the end of the glove. Very difficult to be running down there and reach back over the shoulder to make the play, but that ball could have been caught.
No error charged on the play. It's simply no play. Justice. Nice play by Reedus. He waves off Wakefield. 2 down. Continuing the point that I was making about Bobby Cox talking about the value of having Bruce Del Canton throw knuckleballs in batting practice yesterday and today. He said he didn't know how much it would help. He acknowledged that really no 2 knuckleballs are alike, but as he said, it can't hurt, and our hitters enjoyed it. And some of the hitters said to Bobby Cox, give Bruce Del Canton a uniform. He can still throw that knuckleball well enough that he should be on our team in this series.
Bruce Del Canton signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates initially in 1967, came up with a knuckleball in '73 when he was pitching with Kansas City. I think the one thing that it did to Sid Bream and the other Atlanta Braves was it impressed upon them the value of waiting on the ball more than anything else. You've got to wait.
Bream waited nicely for that one. It's in the left field corner and deep, and Bonds has no play. Just made it over the fence into the Atlanta bullpen. As we mentioned earlier, Wakefield says when he's effective, he'll throw about 90% knuckleballs. Not quite at 90% to this point tonight. His knuckleballs have been averaging between 62 and 69 miles per hour. CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the League Championship Series continues tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern. First, it's Pat O'Brien with Baseball 92. That's followed by Game 3 of the American League Championship Series between Toronto and Oakland. That's tomorrow on CBS Sports. Isn't that starting out as a great series with two thrillers? The Sky Dome, the scene shifts now to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The 2-2 pitch. Shot foul at home plate. The crowd thought Slot squeezed it, but Bream got a piece of it, and it hit the ground. There is no score as the Braves bat in the 4th inning with 2 outs and the bases empty. That's well hit to right. On the run, McClendon looking up. Home run, Sid Bream. They were so close to being out of the inning were the Pirates on the foul tip. But Bream, with the life, drilled one well back into the bleachers in right field for his first home run of the series.
Wakefield giving up 3 home runs during the season. And knuckleballs hang just like fastballs. You could see Tim Wakefield with his head down. The minute that ball was hit, he didn't turn around. His head went right to the ground. Sid Bream, on the other hand, homered against the Pirates on the first trip that Atlanta made to Three Rivers last year, and he got a standing ovation for it. Not now.
That one had the spin that you were talking about, Tim, the tumbling effect as it came toward the plate, not the perfectly still ball that we saw earlier when Wakefield threw it for a strike.
It had that rolling effect, right.
So the Braves lead 1-0 with Ron Gant at the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. He's now 2 for 8 in the series. Certainly the Braves have had their best swings of the night here in the 4th against Wakefield.
David Justice with the long foul ball. He eventually grounded hard to first base, and now Sid Bream with a home run.
Up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Bream still makes his home here in the Pittsburgh area in Wexford, Pennsylvania. Ron Gant says he's had 3 different seasons. He got off to a great start, and then he had a terrible slump at mid-season. He went a stretch of 2 months with only 1 home run. And now the 3rd season has begun for him. He is confident at the plate once again. That's a pop-up. King and Bell. It will be King for the final out of the inning. The Braves are on the board on the home run by Sid Bream after 3 1/2, 1-0 Atlanta.
We talked earlier about how the dead spin is the good knuckleball. That's a good knuckleball. Now watch the pitch Sid Bream hit. See how it's spinning? Well, it rattles around about 385 feet away after Bream swings and gives Atlanta the lead, 1-0.
They take that lead to the bottom of the 4th inning. And the meat of the order coming up for Pittsburgh. The time is now for Andy Van Slyke. He grounded out his first time up. He's now 1 for 10 in the series. And for his career in the postseason, Van Slyke now 12 for 81. That's a 148 batting average. The lowest career batting average among players who have been up in the postseason at least 75 times. There are 165 players in Major League history who have had at least 75 postseason at-bats. And among all of them, Van Slyke's batting average is the lowest. Bonds and King to follow against Tom Glavine, who's only allowed 2 hits, both of them off the bat of Gary Reedus. Glavine has walked 1, he has struck out 1. Just missed. He wanted it. 2-2.
It was Andy Van Slyke against Tommy Glavine last year who gave the Pirates rays of hope. He homered against him the first time up, doubled in a run the second time up when Pittsburgh won Game 1.
Well hit, knocked down by Bream. To Glavine for the out. Sid Bream just put the Braves ahead with his bat. He saved an extra base hit with his glove.
Tough play for a left-handed throwing first baseman. Fine play by Bream. The ball rattling around out of the glove, but from his knees throws out Van Slyke. Nice play.
Andy Van Slyke has to be wondering, what do I have to do? That ball was hit sharply, as was the ball he hit down to Bream in the first inning. Barry Bonds looked at his strike. He bounced to first, ending the first inning. And the Pirates got a runner at third with nobody out after the leadoff triple by Gary Reedus and failed to score. Bonds caused a little bit of a stir here in Pittsburgh the last couple of days when it came out that on Tuesday, prior to Game 1 in Atlanta, he was house hunting in the Atlanta area. He's a free agent at the end of the season and has expressed interest in playing in Atlanta in the past. Whoa, it hit him.
That might be the best thing that could happen to Barry Bonds right there. If the NLCS won't wake him up, maybe being plunked by Tom Glavine, and obviously that wasn't intentional. You do not wake a sleeping giant, and Barry Bonds is certainly that. He tried to come inside. Barry Bonds wears that protective pad on his forearm, and it looked like that's what it hit. Either that or right below it. You can see that protective pad right there.
Might have got him on the wrist just below the pad. The pad does not come all the way down over his wrist. That's a wristband.
There's that pad right there. And I think it did. I mean, for him to be writhing in pain like that, it probably hit him closer toward the back of the hand or right above the hand, right on the wrist.
Looked like on the wristband, which, by the way, if it's the same one he ordinarily wears, has his own likeness. Many players now in baseball have wristbands with their own picture on them. So Bonds is aboard with 1 out. We're in the fourth, 1-0 Atlanta. The Braves trying to take a 3-0 lead in the National League Championship Series.
Sometimes hitters are going so poorly, they almost plead with the pitcher to hit me, do anything, get me on base. Might be the only way I get down there. It has been a struggle for Bonds and the Pirates.
He stole 39 bases during the year. That's a double play ball if they hurry. Lemke dropped the ball on the exchange. Therefore, the out recorded at second. The umpires will call the out if the infielder lost it on the exchange to the hand, which is what Lemke did. He fielded the throw and squeezed it, then lost it when he made the transition to the bare hand. The out recorded, 2 down, King at first.
It appeared to be pretty obvious. You see Lemke, oh yeah, that's easy. In the exchange of switching it to his right hand, he dropped the ball. That's an easy call right there.
Lloyd McClendon drew a walk, the only one thrown by Glavine to this point in the second inning. One strike on McClendon. part of the Pittsburgh order, now 0 for 12 in this series with runners on base. Way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
We talked about Andy Van Slyke's home run and double off Glavine. The Pittsburgh Pirates have not scored in 30 2/3 innings dating back to the first game of last year in this ballpark. They were shut out the last 3 times they played in this park last year, and they haven't scored tonight. Home field disadvantage so far.
Jim Leyland says he thinks oftentimes in postseason play the visiting team has the advantage. He thinks there's less pressure often in playing on the road in the postseason. The 1-1 to McClendon. The line drive right at Otis Nixon. That ends the inning. After 4, 1-0 Braves.